All right, welcome in. Welcome back to another episode of Bears Film Room. My name is Dave, cover the Bears for SM, joined by my good friend Vicky, our co-host, and Chicago Bears writer for Sports Mockery as well. And almost speechless, man. This was a long night. Bears win in a dramatic fashion. Really just an exciting last two games for the Bears. But boys, yeah, we did it. A lot to kind of unpack here. We're going to do our best to kind of probably talk for probably over an hour tonight. We're going to try and just go as long as we can here. A lot of stuff about this game that you can just kind of really touch on. And so we're going to try to go through just our instant reactions here. And then, of course, maybe midweek show might be needed for this as far as just the overall analysis. This is going to be just gut feelings, gut emotions. This is one of the most satisfying Bears wins of my life. I'm not going to speak for you two. I'm excited to hear. We did not even say a word about the game as we were kind of firing up our the show here, and so we wanted to be raw. A lot of people in the chat. Yes, insane win. Vicky, I'm going to start with you like always, man. Bears, Commanders, game-winning field goal. Jake Moody came through in the clutch. How you feeling, man? Gut reaction.
Gut reaction, bro. That was a roller coaster of emotions. Let's be real. Once we saw when we had a chance to march down the field, okay, we get a great play to Cole Kmet, gets a first down. Then there's an offside penalty again, which these penalties were wild, which we'll get to that. But the game itself, that once we had the chance to march down there, and then it's like, we shot ourselves in the foot. Then Zacchaeus, who's been clutch on third down, throw the ball to him, he's normally catching it, had a great catch to start the game. Wide open, probably could be a touchdown, dropped it. I go, yes, this is that Bears team. This is the Bears team that finds a way to shoot itself in the foot, right? And that's what they did. And then guess who ends up pulling a Bears move? The Commanders on that third down. Can't even handle a snap. I mean, it was raining, but could not handle a snap. Fumble, Bears defense gets on it. And shout out to the Bears defense. I know Jaden Daniels had 3 touchdowns, but they had 3 takeaways. Your defense gives you 3 takeaways, you should win that game. And it gave us the opportunity to do that. And then the final thing I'll say here, because I'll be sure, I know we got a lot to talk about, DeAndre fucking Swift. I apologize for anything negative I have said for you so far, even though some of it's well-deserved, through the first 4 games, because you balled your ass off tonight. Over almost 200 yards of scrimmage yards. He had 72 receiving yards. One of them was that catch where he took it to the house. And he had over 180 or something, or 108 rushing yards. Dude was just dominant. And what was most important wasn't the plays he made at the beginning, was watching that drive to march down the field, run out the clock, and give your team the opportunity to win the game, right? I thought that we wouldn't have a chance to do it again, and we were granted it by the NFL gods, and we took advantage of it. And guess what? DeAndre Swift did what he needed to do and put the team on his back and marched down there. And then obviously the final game ball has to go to the guy who was just signed to the practice squad this week after having a horrendous, I would say, inconsistent career in the NFL. Comes on, hits 4 for 5, obviously has a field goal blocked, but, bad trajectory. That probably would have went in. But then comes down and hits the game winner. My God, that's how you do it. This is not your same old Bears, because the same old Bears would have died after that final drive that they had where they couldn't, where there's penalties and shot themselves in the foot. So on cloud 9, you don't think this team would do that prime time against Jaden Daniels. You're expecting another Fail Mary. I mean, how can you not be just excited and ready to run through a fucking wall at this moment?
Well said, Fick. Before I get to my piece here, we have 2 super chats. First one's from In Pearl. Caleb kept it close to destroy Washington fans' hearts. Yeah. Don't do that again, Caleb, if that's the case. That was hard to watch, man. I was physically getting not ill, but I was like, I feel gross throughout that fourth quarter. And then Tito, my dudes, what a game. First, F Troy Aikman, F the refs. We need to start burden on the first time. For the first time, I can say that with confidence. Number 18 is him.
Appreciate that, Tito.
Appreciate you guys with the super chats, for real. Those are amazing. Awesome win. I'm glad that we can kind of finally all celebrate here. 3 wins in a row for the Chicago Bears. This one feels like it's going to change, or at least spring the Bears forward here. I said it before. This one was important. Coming out of a bye, you're going against Jaden Daniels, Commanders. We know the storylines between those two quarterbacks is going to be there for a very, very long time. But now they're 1-1. Part 2 went way better than part 1, thankfully. And this one with Ben Johnson to go and win this game, similar to last week where the Bears just don't win games like they did against the Raiders. Yeah, they don't win this game either, especially this one. When the field goal went through and the snap, yeah, it was a little high, but I mean, everything went pretty well on that final drive. Yeah. I said it was a legacy drive from Caleb Williams, and he delivered again. Same thing as against the Raiders. It wasn't pretty, but they got a road win against probably a playoff team. This is a playoff atmosphere going against a pretty good defense. Like, I don't know what they're on paper, but like they played really well today. Caleb wasn't perfect, a lot of mistakes, but all in all, one of the worst ref games I've ever seen. It felt rigged. It really should. I hate saying that, but it felt so awful. It was really, really embarrassing from what that crew was doing. And then the booth, I like Joe and Troy when they're not with the Bears, typically when they're not calling those games. And I understand they're typically, probably biased towards other teams. They just feel like they don't like Chicago for some reason. But this was to a level I've never seen before. One of the most embarrassing things, I hope, they probably go back and watch their broadcast. Like, they have to get better. It's their craft. This was embarrassing. This was to talk about Bill for like what 4 or 5 minutes straight. And then, Jaden Daniels is smiling and they're complimenting that because he's so calm, cool, collected because he's down 13 points. And then Caleb Williams, makes a completion for like 18 yards. And sure, it wasn't a perfect throw, maybe a tad late, but just to dog on him. And it happened every single like couple minutes and sometimes for a long period. And the most embarrassing part was the game-winning field goal. Where's the energy? Like, go back and watch that. I mean, it was like he was a Commanders fan calling this game. Like, he was so distraught. And he even had one last critique when he was replaying the field goal. He was like, the snap was a little high. Like, he just cannot compliment Chicago. I'm talking about Troy Aikman. And even Joe was abysmal today. So, all in all, I'm not going to focus too much more on them, but that was disgusting and really just pissed me off. That's why this win kind of feels even better. But the Bears don't win this one. Ben Johnson, this one we're going to look back, I think, on the season. And similar to last year where we lost 10 in a row. I'm not saying we're going to win 10 in a row this time, but this is a season-changing, defining moment for a new regime. And Caleb Williams and this whole entire team needed this. So I'm pretty stoked. I'm kind of exhausted. This was a hard watch, but man, does it feel good. No, went a little long-winded there, but Jack, you rushed home, man.
Rushed.
How are we feeling?
How was the varsity? First off, how was it like the energy in there that last kick?
It was. I don't even know how to explain it in terms of like the moment that the kick was set up, and then the timeout came in, and it was just that moment of. I mean, it was dead quiet. Like it was just dead quiet. And then that's kind of what I would address because you guys both killed like this summer. Like you absolutely nailed. Like it was a must-win game. Couldn't lose that, especially like we got Saints next. Like it was just a must-win. Had to have it. I'll just go real quick to the kick itself. When they called the timeout, showed everyone like walking out, coaches, everyone's reactions, everyone's nervous. They cut out and then they did that like low camera angle. And it was the fucking Cody Parkey camera angle. And I saw it. And I know every Bears fan in the entire country in the world thought of Cody Parkey right at the moment. I know I sure shit did. But yeah, man, I mean, it's what an exciting win. We usually don't get these. And I'm hoping that trend's fading because not the past few weeks that we've said we usually don't get this. We're starting to get it. And if that's not Ben Johnson, I don't know what is. So all I'm going to say is I'm super, super excited that we just had to have it. Dave, you said it week 4. You were like, if we didn't win this one, it kind of feels like the season's over, even though it sounds stupid in week 4. It's the same thing right here. Like, I feel like if we lose this, season's kind of over. Like, it feels over. We just can't buy the big win. So we bought the big win today. Shout out Ben Johnson, Caleb, the defense, everybody. So
I was going to ask you guys, and Jack, you made a great point, and I tweeted about this. When's the last time you've seen a Chicago Bears team, win back-to-back coming in the final moments of the game, right? Because if you think about it, the last game we won basically off a blocked field goal. This game we won off a game-winning field goal. first off, it's already hard to go back and see, you know, how many times have the Bears won back-to-back games and just ever, because it doesn't happen very often. But how many times has it where there's been a situation where you had a chance to win the game in the crucial moments of it, and you come away with the dub, right? That's what got Eberflus fired last year. We had 6 or 7 of the games where it didn't happen, and it should have. Not that you'd win all of them, but you should have won like half of them, right? Just by, you know, flipping another coin, get 50% of them just off luck, and it just didn't happen. So I think, Jack, you nailed it perfectly. It's like this is the Ben Johnson effect to a T, because though this game wasn't perfect when they needed to be perfect, they were, right? They sucked on third down all game. But guess when they did it? The third down on what? 3rd and 5 in Colston Loveland. That was it.
Yep.
Once they got that, I'm like, oh, that's our, like, I honestly felt, yeah, we can hit that field goal. We're going to win it.
You felt that?
Oh, yeah.
God. You must be not. It must be fucking nice. I was like, you could get me to the 2-yard line. And I was like, I fucking
let me put it this
man.
way. I didn't 100%. I didn't 100%. But I was at like 60%, okay? Typically, I'm not that positive. But I was like, oh, it makes sense. Look, there's not going to be a low trajectory kick because you're kicking it from the 17-yard line. You know what I mean? I'm like, most kickers, it's a pretty easy kick, right? I get you, though. Bears BTSD. But once we got that third down, I felt so much more confident than before.
Yeah.
So I think that is it. In the moments where it matters the most, the Bears did what they need to do. They always say this, right, for coaches. They talk about all the time. The 2 minutes before half, 2 minutes at the end of the game, one of the most crucial moments in the NFL, right? 2 minutes before the half, what do? The defense stops them from getting 3 points. The guy misses a kick, whatever. That's still crucial, okay? Defense did what they need to do. Offense, not so much. What happens this 2-minute warning, right? Right before it, they stop the offense, get a turnover, and then the offense marches down the field and wins the game, right? They always say it's a game of inches, all that cliche shit, but it's real. And the Bears won it in the most crucial 4 minutes of the game, and I'll take it. And now they're 3-2, going to face the Saints with the possibility to be 4-2. Crazy.
Yeah, it is quite crazy. I am. Yeah, we have a lot to get to. We have also a ton of voicemails. So if you guys want to throw some, if you haven't called in for our voicemail line, check it out on the Bears BFR Twitter. You can get the link there. We have so many. I cannot wait to listen to them. They're going to be ecstatic. We're going to do them tonight. Every single one we're going to do at the end of the show. So get those in. Also, there is a ton of over 4,000 of you across all platforms. If you can hit that like button, if you're on YouTube though, or if you want to make your way over to YouTube, just helps the show. We appreciate you watching either way though, on whatever platform. So, wait
a second before we move on. We do have another super chat, so you mind if we get to that real quick?
Any super chat, let's get to them. I know there's gonna be a lot here.
So this is our Patreon, our Grizzly member here from the Den on Patreon, Daniel Jones. Always love the name, but said 5 a.m. here in London. My God, I know him and Michael had to stay up for that. If I would have been a miss, their next day would have been fucking ruined. So I'm happy for you two across the pond that had to have your heart rate bumping at 180 beats per minute at 4 a.m. So, but he said 5 a.m. here in London. So point going to bed now. F the refs, and respect to Dennis Allen. We appreciate it, Daniel. Thank you for the super chat. Then we have another one here. $10. Ken on YouTube said, ran to go get my Bears jersey before the game. Number 15, Brandon Marshall. Last time I could justify spending the money. Any suggestions for an upgrade? Bear the F down and F Troy Aikman. I think we all agree on that last statement because he was pretty bad. I don't know about you guys. I'd say, hey, you got 15? You might need to get another 15 because Roma Dunze, that catch he made today, I know is a race, and we'll talk again. That goes to that bad reffing, but holy cow, this dude makes play after play in the end. Like every game he's had a play, and you're just like, geez. And that was a beautiful one.
I'm thinking number 16. I think in the 16.
Who's 16?
Moody, baby.
Moody.
Yeah. This is another conversation. First of all, thank you, Ken, for the $10. A lot of super chats, guys. We're gonna get to them, so we appreciate it. Those will definitely be a priority. But if you also are in the chat, we'll throw your comment up on there. We love doing that. So
another one here. Yeah. John Davis 2734 on YouTube. Go ahead.
Yeah, refs were so bad. Troy Aikman sounded like Caleb stole his girl or something because it felt personal. Found something to whine about on completions for first downs. Yeah.
Spot on.
That is
Spot on,
100%
John.
correct. I think every single one of us felt that way. You want to take this one, Fick?
Yeah, no, but John,
My guy,
appreciate that
Alex.
super chat. That was
Yeah.
you were spot on with that analysis. Alex, who is also our Patreon Grizzly member, shout to you. $5 super chat said the Canadian Eagle. That's all. That's the super chat. Don't let Brack see the field again. He did look good.
Yeah. First of
He did
all,
look
thank
good.
you, Alex, for
Thank
the
you, Alex.
$5 super chat. I want to say the Canadian Eagle, he did not have a legal formation on that touchdown to Rome. That needs
So
to be
dumb.
changed. Rome needs a touchdown. That would be number 6 on the year for him. That's oh man, there's so much that irritated me this game.
Not even the stat, bro. That basically kind of puts a
Yeah.
dagger into the game. And it's just taken away. Crazy.
Yeah.
So annoying. So annoying. Yes, this is a good one. Caleb, Jimmy Reardon, 2070 on YouTube. Said Caleb is on pace for 4,008 yards. He is. We didn't make the graph for tonight, but he ended up with 258 yards, which would bump his average to like 240 yards per game. And he needs like 232. So he's on pace.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
I can't wait to look at some of this, some of the stats and where we're going from here. But okay, let's try to be somewhat organized here. So DeAndre Swift, let's give a game ball here, or game balls. Well, just one. It's gonna be difficult. I am gonna go with an easy one first. DeAndre Swift. I'll leave it at that. That guy is. I said it. I feel a little bit more vindicated here. Where I was like, I feel like he's a good back sometimes. Like, he has these breakout games. I think he had one last year too. Was it against Washington last year as well?
No, is that the one where he took
We
the
had a big
screen? I
game?
think so. I think that's the one where he had the screen in that one too.
Anyways, I think sometimes he's super frustrating. But today, I mean, both receiving, he had 108 yards on the ground, and then 67 and a touchdown receiving. And I think that happens to do with Darnell Wright coming back. Wow, what a game from him! And then of course Theo, left tackle. What a find potentially for him. So that's my game ball. I'll start with DeAndre Swift. Vic, who are you going with?
Going as a unit, that offensive line, they did a pretty good job. Caleb wasn't he was pressured, but it wasn't like he was on his back all the time, right? He had a lot of plays where he had time and defenders ended up getting, defensive line was in his face, but it's because no one was open, or he may have a bad read. But overall, I think they did a pretty decent job. And let's remember, we talked about this ad nauseum in the pregame. This was the worst rushing offense going against the best rushing defense, or like bottom 5 versus top 5. And you're going to say, hey, it's all in favor for Washington Commanders. And guess what? That was not the case tonight. Kyle Monungai looked good. There were some great runs by him. And it's not just like the running backs did their job. There were gaping holes, right? Especially on the outside runs to the right and the left tackles. Those were some of our biggest runs. The biggest runs are obviously to the right side. I don't know if you noticed that. Darnell Wright's our best offensive lineman, I think, in the run game. But overall, you got to give a shout to them. I think they did a pretty good job on pass pro. They've done a good job in pass pro all season. They gave up 1 sack, I believe. And then the run game, which has been an issue, they were actually good tonight. And that's what led to the win. That is what led to the win. Jack, what about you, though? Who do you have for the game ball?
And then I'll go kind of basics. I think the whole special teams unit as a whole just absolutely killed it. Torrey's punt was a boot. It was an absolute boot in the fourth quarter, set up the longer, extended their drive, which ended up being a fumble. We ended up winning the game because of it. Not obviously saying it's because of the punt, but it did extend it. If that's a 40-yarder, they're already in field goal range, changes the whole different game, or it's a different ball game. So, and then obviously you have Jake Moody, 4 field goals, like huge game out of him. So special teams.
Yeah, I agree with you completely, except for kick return. I don't know our kickoff. Luke McCaffrey. Yeah. Yeah, Luke McCaffrey was out there looking like his brother.
What the? I tweeted about that. I was like, this guy, we're not touching him past the 30. It was quite incredible. Did we lose Fix?
Sorry.
Oh,
no, it did freeze. It did freeze,
let's get to this super chat here. I want to get to any of them that are coming in.
Absolutely.
Some guy named Dave.
Yeah, Patreon member as well. Yeah, I just want to say this is Dave from our Patreon as well, so shout out to you. But go ahead, you can read it.
Yep. $10 from Dave. Catching a bit of one of these live chains for a change. Okay, man, it's late. Damn good game, even if the refs kept screwing us. Yeah, appreciate it, Dave. It was quite between it was like both, man. It was like the booth and the refs. It was like I've never been probably more pissed. I've seen the Bears shit the bed like just embarrassing stuff. Like we watched, a lot of bad Bears games. This one was just infuriating because it really felt like they were trying to do everything in their power to let Washington come away with this one. So,
especially the refs, I can deal with the booth, whatever. I don't, because it doesn't technically affect the game.
Me too.
In the first, yeah, I know it wasn't great, but in the first
Mhm.
half, the penalty yardage was Bears had 5 penalties for 45 yards, and 2 of those were on crucial third downs that they called on the defense, which I think were ticky-tacky.
Mhm.
The one on Montez Sweat, and then the face mask on Deshaun Wright, right? So they got to score points off of those because the drives continued. And then they only had 1 penalty and offsides, which didn't even matter because we ended up what's it called? Declining it. Sorry. Declining it because our play got more yards than the 5 yards anyway. So it basically was all penalties on the Bears in the first half. And then it continued on into the second half, right? It always seemed to be, it wasn't like, oh, it was a first down penalty, right? It was always third down for our defense or a touchdown or a big play for our offense. I couldn't believe it. I agree. We try not to say, the NFL's rigged. I know the NFL's not rigged, but I will say this referee crew, I did some research before the game. This referee crew has called the most penalties out of any referee crew in the NFL. So the vibe I got from some analysis, some people talking about the refs that know more about reffing crews than me, were saying this is like the lowest graded crew. Right? This is your bottom of the barrel guys. And it kind of showed. So how mad can I be when I'm like, yeah, we just got the worst bunch, unfortunately, and they called a horrible game. So, but we got the win. So I guess we found a way to not shoot ourselves in the foot, escape the refs and Troy Aikman. So what a win.
Yeah. A couple other things I want to talk about. Jaquan Brisker, not his first career interception. He had the one in New England that was insane, that one-handed grab. But what a turnover there. A great return as well. A couple other things I kind of wanted to talk about outside of Caleb Williams, which there was a crazy comment here. I couldn't believe it. His first win against the QB class, his QB class. He's played what? Has he only played
Drake? No, he played Drake last year. We lost.
And then JJ McCarthy, he lost to.
Yep. Lost to JJ this year.
Yeah, somehow. But yeah, the Bears are 3-2. But other kind of key things I kind of wrote down here. Luther Burden, I thought he looked really, really good in certain spurts. 4 receptions, 51 yards, second most receiving, or actually leading receiver outside of DeAndre Swift. DJ Moore, also tough as nails. I tweeted about it earlier in the game. He's going to show up on that injury report. I'm not sure if he's going to play next week.
Time out. The comment right here, Dave, perfect timing, from OMG Brando on YouTube said DJ Moore left the stadium in an ambulance per Herb Howard.
Yeah, I mean, something maybe with his ribs, honestly. I mean, he's tough as nails, dude. I can't quite put it up. There's one thing about DJ. It reminds me of David Montgomery as far as you see him get hurt and you're like, damn, that looked bad. And he's out there a couple snaps later. Montgomery did the same stuff. DJ Moore, Rome should have had a better night. And then I want to say, I said I would never forgive Zacchaeus. I forgive you, man. This Bears win. I did tweet it in real time. I could not. I was so pissed off.
Oh man,
I know it's raining.
It just sucks because he's been that security blanket. Normally, it's like you throw to Zacchaeus, he's catching it. It just happened to be the biggest play of the game. He drops. I feel you though. It's like your emotions are so high. That was such a crucial
I was joking. Yeah, it was. I mean, I wasn't joking. I was actually really livid. I get it, but it was a beautiful drawn up play. He had a lot of space, probably pick up another 15, 20 yards potentially. And who knows with the rain, guys slip. You saw DeAndre Swift score on his touchdown. But also, yeah, we talk about this defense. I banged up. Deshaun Wright had some tough moments, but this defense really is, I think, I don't know where they're at as far as takeaways, but man,
top 3.
Are they opportunistic in regards to how they get those in the last probably few weeks? And we'll have to look at the numbers, but the pass rush felt better. Did y'all think that? As far as just getting pressures?
Sure.
Second half, yeah. Second half
too. In the second half,
we did.
Even without Dennis or even without Austin Booker tonight too.
Yeah, so I noticed that because if we sent 4, it was basically Montez. That was the only one that would get pressure. But what they were doing to Montez was they were chipping with Zach Ertz a lot. And so basically, if we sent 4, we didn't get much pressure because the only guy who would get pressure was getting chipped, which makes sense. But anytime we sent more than 4, or we sent an exotic 4, because there were times where the defensive end would drop out, like Dom Rom on that 4th down. That didn't work out too well because the pick play. But anytime we'd send more than 4, an exotic blitz, a stunt, it worked. Well, not it worked every time, but that's when we'd get pressure. So I think overall it looked better, but I still think we have an issue with our defensive end number 2 in getting pressure. And our interior pressure, Billings got some interior pressure, but you're not really seeing much from Javon Dexter. Like, he got one at the stun at the end, but like just the standard rush 4, which is what we're going to need.
Yes.
We need that. We're not seeing much of it. So we'll have to
say
watch
this
the game
about
film,
Javon Dexter. Yeah, we'll have to look at the pressures. I'm excited to watch the film, but he had a play where he didn't get to Daniels, but he chased him down and limited. He essentially, Jaden, I think, got maybe 1 yard, if not no gain, and just his hustle there. I'm like, those are the plays you just don't see from these guys that are just, I mean, no reason to even go step for step with Jaden. I know he had an angle on him, but it's those hustle plays that we get from this defense. And even the blown coverage with Nashawn Wright, it was bad. It was really bad.
Yeah,
but we haven't seen that quite a bit. Like, the Bears defense is pretty disciplined. Tyreek Stevenson as well kind of had, I think, obviously a better game than last year. Way better. And I bet he feels really good right now.
Sure.
But there is a question here. Who will be the kicker now? I guess we can talk about it. I'll start. I'm not sure how you can bench Santos. I'm just not sure. However, what a story for Moody. Very, very happy for him. He had a great quote. He said, you're only as good as your next kick. I don't think you can bench Santos. However, Jake Moody was a high pick for the 49ers. What, 3rd round or something like that?
Yeah, he was
right?
a 3rd round. Yeah,
third round pick.
Yeah, like 4 years ago.
There's talent there. I mean, Ben Johnson said he just feels like he might have needed a change of scenery. The guy, he's got a leg.
Great comment here. Look, I just thought of this. This would be wild. They would never do this because they would never waste 2 roster spots for a kicker. But could you imagine if you had, hey, look, Cairo Santos under 50, you're locked in. Like, you're not missing unless it gets blocked. Moody outside of 54. You know what I mean? You got your dual kicker situation. I know they wouldn't do that, but that is kind of a funny situation.
Let me not ride the fence here. I think you go with Moody. He was nails today. In a very tough environment. On the road, game winner, a lot of talent, huge leg. I'm not sure how. Like, cutting Santos would be tough. I'm not sure you can keep 2 kickers. Just doesn't make sense, and it could seriously backfire. But I truly believe kickoffs, the way he can kick it to the end zone or even kick it out, there's just a lot of upside there. And I know they said on the broadcast the most accurate kicker, probably the nicest thing they said today was about a guy who's not playing, was Santos as being he is the most accurate kicker in Chicago Bears history. However, it is easier when they don't even send him out there for really long field goals, right? So he is consistently hitting, maybe those 52, 53, 54 yarders, maybe 55 was his longest. But for me, I would roll the dice, man. Roll the dice. Moody's a beast, dude. If he can just be accurate and not go on those huge slumps. But I think a change of scenery, I think the Bears may have lucked into something.
So I'm going to go with this one here. Orange James -V9T on YouTube said too small of a sample size. And that's how I feel, because that's what Moody is. Moody will have a game like this, and then next week shit the bed. And so, hey, look, shout out to him. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I'm not putting negativity out there, but he has a career. He has a large enough sample size showing that he has been inconsistent. Will that continue? Who knows? But you're definitely rolling the dice. And a team that needs as many points as they can garner, right? I might stick with Cairo. But I will say this. Cairo may not be back next week, so we might get some more sample size. We might get a bigger sample size no matter what. So we might find out within 2 or 3 weeks if he is really consistent enough to be, that kicker from moving forward. So I think the hand is going to be played no matter what, just due to his injury, because it's a groin injury, and that normally can take about 2 to 3 weeks to heal. We'll have to see. Jack, what do you think, though? I kind of know where you're going to go, but I'd love to hear your thoughts.
I mean, he was a 3rd round pick for a reason, and it's hard to base that when you're going a few years back because things change and people it can fade out. But at the same time, how many times on this show in the past 2 years alone have we said, I wish we had a chance to kick a field goal there? We just quite literally do not have there's no chance. And so I think it'd be, like Dave said, roll the dice. If you want to say it comes down to playoffs and you have a 58-yarder, there's no way any of us here have more than a 5% ounce of confidence. You know what I mean? And so, like you said, though, it is a small.
I think there is an X factor too. There's an X factor. Let me share my screen real quick.
Here, can I talk about his stats though, just to kind of give you perspective?
No,
Jake Moody.
Fuck the stats.
No, because it's important.
In Chicago, he's basically 3 for 3. That block kick don't count in my opinion.
No, first of all, look, let's talk about this year. Let's talk about this year. He's 4 for 5 in one game. Credits, hats off to him. You remember, he kicked this year. He was 1 for 3. That makes him 5 for 8 at 62%, which is way lower than the NFL average, which is typically around 77%, right? Okay, so he had a great game. But you remember, he started off the season 1 and 3. That's why he got cut. The season before that, a larger sample size, Jake Moody was 24 for 34, 70%. You talk about the long kicks, right? Because those are the most important. This man from 40 to 40 yards or more, he was 10 for 20. 10 for 20. I can guarantee you that 40 yards or more, that includes even the hard ones for Cairo Santos, was greater than 50%.
Changes scenery, man.
I'm not saying he can't have a bounce back career, but I'm also not going to be, get rid of something that's been consistently accurate. You have limitations, but he's going to make most of his kicks out there to take a risk on a dude who got cut for a reason because he's had 2 years of under 70% field goal percentage. That's horrible.
Let me see this.
In my opinion.
So can I share my screen? I want to share this real quick.
Yeah, please.
Let me pull it up. Also, fun fact here. Talk about being cut. Some of the best kickers get cut. Remember Robbie Gould when we cut him?
That was a contract situation though. That wasn't
he was
because
also
he was
accuracy.
He was declining it. He was declining a little bit, but he was still average.
It was a combination of his performance and the preseason struggles I have here. Thank God for, I guess, that little. I just remember it. They replaced them. They signed Connor Barth, and it didn't go great. So I understand Santos. It's a hard decision. Oh, let me pull it up here. Sorry. It's a very difficult decision to probably cut him or to move on from him. But the biggest X factor for me, and it is quite funny, right here. Who does this guy look like?
Mitch.
They now look like Mitch Trubisky.
It does.
Someone said, I think Eric said it was the spirit of Mitch Trubisky why that kick went in. But dude, this is hilarious to me. The guy looks like Mitch Trubisky. Someone said Fat Mitch in the comments. Oh my God, it's messed up. But yeah, Jake Moody, dude. You say Cam Scatabo?
Kind of looks like Cam. Yeah, they have the same face.
Yeah, it's like
all
a real
three of them
good
kind of have
mix,
the same face.
But this right here too. All analytics and stats aside, we got to go with kicker Mitch.
That sounds worse. That makes me want him less. Please don't call him that.
Yeah, it might not be a good thing.
Yeah, let's not. No, please.
No, I'm gonna do it, man. I like Mitch. We can actually like him now. He's a good guy.
Big guy.
Yeah, nothing against him as a human, but the wins didn't, come in how you'd like.
Yeah. Anyways, that's all. That's all I want to say. But I know I want to take a stance here. I mean, some people like I said, it's a huge risk. I think if Ben Johnson does it, if the Bears do this, I mean, it could backfire and look really, really bad. And Santos can go on and continue to be accurate. But of course, those leg issues are still going to be there. The strength. There's not much change in there unless he does some steroids. And I like Santos as a dude as well. But this feels magical, and the Bears don't get lucky like this as far as like, I mean, a third round talent for a kicker getting drafted in the third round. I know he got cut. I know he was awful at times, but to come in here in those conditions, I know small sample size, but Monday Night Football, I mean, he barely knows these guys as far as snap, the snap. And I just like his mentality too. Right after the game, he congratulated Torrey and those guys is, he's not able to get that kick through right without full effort from the special teams. So, and then also the mental toughness, blocked kick. That's really, really tough. We saw last year with Santos when that happened. I mean, it wasn't all on his fault, in regards to the Bears special teams and those woes throughout that 3-game stretch. But if I'm going to do it, man, I would make the move. However, I don't have to live with it. So
yeah, that's true. Look, it could work out. I'd rather take the safer bet, and that's just because I've seen this typically shoot itself in the foot. But look, he kicks like that. We have another week. He kicks 4 for 5, hits some big kicks. That's more data for me to be like, hey, let's rock with the kid. So we'll have to see. The contract, obviously, Cairo got an extension. They could probably cut it. There's gonna be a dead hit cap on that for next season. He's also a captain, so I don't know if they're gonna move on from him. It's not like he's been playing bad either. He's just injured. He's just injured. It's not like he's been a bad kicker this season. He just got injured. So it would take a lot. Like if he hits a 60 next week, right? It hits a really long kick, and then maybe is like 4 for 5 again, or like 2 for 3 or 3 for 3 with a big kick, then you can start to think about it. But
speaking of thinking about it, can we talk about if the Bears beat Minnesota, they're 4-1 right now.
Yeah.
And we should have.
That's crazy. And that's the NFL for you. Like,
we should have lost to Vegas, though, to be honest. Probably shouldn't have blocked that kick. That's incredible.
That's true. That's very true.
That's why.
But that's how close these end up. I mean, look at the Falcons, beat the Bills, but then even the who was the team that was
lost 2?
They lost last week to somebody that was 0-4, right?
Patriots. No, Patriots.
No, Patriots.
No, Patriots have won division. Patriots have won 2 in a row.
The Bills lost to 2 teams that were tough, or maybe it was just.
It was the Patriots. It was the Patriots last week. That's for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, even look at the Jets.
Won a game.
No thanks.
Who's their quarterback? All right, so let's
yeah. No, but they still it was still a close game. Against who they played, the Broncos, and that's how the NFL is, man. It's just everything's just comes down to the wire. I have not seen this DJ Moore.
Yeah, so it's on his post on Herb's Twitter. And he also said that Antoine Randall L went with him as well.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Well, yeah. Hopefully it's not too crazy. But okay. Yeah, I wonder if it's like nerve damage or something. I mean, we can't speculate. I don't know what it is.
You saw him in the post-game video too here.
Yeah. Maybe, it may not have been his decision.
I think they're probably just sending him.
Yeah.
Like probably maybe like some bleeding or not. Like to make sure there's no internal bleeding or something. Because I mean, he hit the ground pretty hard on a few of those occasions.
You never know with the NFL. I mean, this game is very brutal. So if they said they got sent to the hosptal for precautions,
I had a rant for about being rigged. I'm glad I don't have to say it because I was gonna light them up, man.
It got to a point where it was becoming weird. Like it was like
I've never been that way.
Yeah, I know. Neither am
I.
The
touchdown takeaway. Here's the thing: if they would have called a push off on Rome, I would have been like, okay,
yeah,
that's
okay,
yeah.
Like that's what I thought the call was.
Same.
Then it was like, what? The dude didn't move. I took a video of it. Like he didn't move, so no false start. And then on top of that, his helmet is
in front of
lined
the
up
rear.
At the front, of the center.
The rule is your helmet has to be in front of the guy next to you's ass. And it was in front of Joe Tooney. So it's like, what are we doing here? I get why they call it because of what's his name on the Chiefs who kind of started the movement. What's his name? Yeah. Right tackle. Help me out. Oh my gosh, the glasses. But he always would line up like 3 yards off the line, it feels like. And so they made it a big emphasis for this year to call that. And they called him a shit ton like the first couple of weeks of the NFL. But this one didn't seem first of all, it was wrong, and it wasn't egregious enough to where I'd have been like, oh, you should call that. So,
Yeah.
of course, takes away a great play.
Guys, then this is kind of, we don't have our normal post-game show as far as like the stats from the game, but Bears had 145 rushing yards. Commanders only had 124. And the Bears did it in 4 less attempts. Bears had 5.4 rushing yards per attempt. Commanders 4.0. Kind of crazy when you think of it. That's why the NFL is so weird, man. Like, we're all concerned about just getting ran over this game. And the Bears almost, I mean, first of all, the violent running from DeAndre Swift. Sometimes I'm like, is he going to fumble? Because he just fucking lowers everything. He puts everything into it, man. It's quite fun to watch, but I get nervous.
Thank you here, KDG Tay on YouTube. Yeah, Juan Taylor. Jawan Taylor. That's right. Thank you. But yeah, his running was fantastic, and we talked about in the on the pregame show that was going to determine the game. I think one of my key takeaways was like we got to run the ball, establish the run early, and that's what they did, right? So they are a really good running team. We had a horrible run defense, and then if you flip it, we had a horrible running offense, and they had a pretty good run defense. So we actually came out on top. Also, we wanted to know what Ben Johnson would do after a bye week, because the Chicago Bears from the past 3 coaching regimes are 2-10 in the last 12 years coming off a bye, right? Eberflus has one of those, surprisingly, against the Detroit Lions. But Ben Johnson showed out. Right now is 1-0 after a bye. What a great start. He's now 3-4 with 2 being 2-3 against the Lions after a bye, 2 wins and 1 loss, and then now he's 1-1 with the Bears. So, or 1-0. So nice to see that he got this coaching. You know, they actually used the bye to their advantage, which is good to see. Well, hey, before we move on, Dave, we're about 40 minutes in. Let's get to our first ad read real quick.
Okay.
Let's do it. First off, thank you for watching the BFR podcast, the #1 show for the fans by the fans. If this is your first time here, please like and subscribe, as it just helps our show grow and helps the algorithm get this show out to other awesome, amazing Bear fans like y'all as we're trying to grow this community. If this is your first time, also leave a hashtag New Face Gang in the chat. That's hashtag New Face Gang in the chat, and we'll give you a shout out before the end of the show. And if this is not your first time, this is your second time, you watched over 100 episodes or anything in between, then you are a true OG, and we want to show you some love as well. So please leave a hashtag OG in the chat, and we'll make sure to give you a shout out before the end of the show. Thank y'all for all the support for the #1 show for the fans by the fans, the BFR podcast. Now let's get back to the show.
Absolutely. Also, a lot of y'all in the chat, almost 10,000 across all platforms. So we appreciate you guys tuning in. For those on YouTube, hit that like button for us. And then, of course, sub if you want to stick around. We do instant reactions, post-game shows, and, of course, game previews throughout the season and in the off season. So appreciate everyone hopping in here. I'm not sure. Do we want to – there's a lot to talk about. Do we want to get to some of these voicemails?
I think we should. Knock them out. We have a decent amount. So let's kick.
We have a lot of voicemails. We're going to go ahead and listen to them, react to them. And again, thank you guys for sending these in. This is one of the best parts of the show, just to hear from you guys. And of course, again, just thank you. So let's go ahead and start.
Let's go. Let's start with Gage. Let's start with Gage here.
Okay.
You know, it'd be really nice if the Bears would stop giving me heart palpitations. You know, that would be great. But good win. DeAndre Swift actually does some stuff, which I think makes us all realize that maybe Braxton Jones was the problem. I don't know. Anyways, good to get that revenge game. Go Bears.
Love it. Thank you, Gage. That's also one of our on the pen.
That is certainly.
Gage,
I was having heart palpitations. My Apple Watch was calling my cardiologist.
Yeah, you got one on. Yeah,
it's on speed
dial.
Second I saw it glowing, like there was something was off.
I don't like to give feedback. We'll get to the net. We'll just keep it moving. But I need more energy, Gage. Okay,
it's probably
simple as that.
To be fair, I was quite exhausted after it. I was quite exhausted after. But yeah, let's go to the next one, Jack. See what we got. We got Devin, I think.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Da Bears.
Love it. Appreciate it, Devin. There you go, Dave. A little bit more energy there. Let's go to Big Mike next.
Woo! God damn, am I fucking pumped up, boys. Holy shit. We don't win these games, man. These Chicago Bears do not win these games ever. This is one of the most fucking saddest. Oh my God, I'm so happy. This is one of the most satisfying wins I've seen as a Bears fan in my 28 years of living. Yeah, I haven't been a fan for 28 years, you know what I mean? But holy shit, am I hyped. Dude, this is a new regime. We don't win that game. First off, refs, fucking horrid. That shit pissed me off. My God, but DeAndre Swift, is this because Theo's at left tackle? Are we just that good now because Theo's there? Oh, dude, my emotions are so high, boys. I am fucking pumped up, guys. I am hyped. Let's fucking go, man. Let's enjoy this. Let's enjoy this, dude. 3 in a row. Come on. Let's build momentum. Let's keep it going, dude. Holy shit, I love this team. I love this culture that we're building. I love Dennis Allen. Proud of the defense. Sure, they gave away some blown coverages, but they played relatively decent. Offense, oh man, those flags piss me off. Boys, I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. Let's fucking go, Chicago. Let's get fucking hyped, dude. We are slowly coming back. New regime, our future is looking up, man. I see a fucking path to fucking glory. Let's fucking go.
Love it. I love the energy.
Keep it moving. That's awesome.
Let's go to Isaac next.
Man, I can't believe that we pulled that one out. That was crazy. And Moody is now a Bears legend in my book, helping us seal the revenge game. Just freaking insane comeback win. I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking Swift was gonna fumble it on one of the last runs. I thought maybe Jake Moody would slip or miss a field goal or something. I'm not used to this, as you all are probably familiar with. So happy about this win. Insane again. What a game from Jake Moody. Glad to see him recovering and coming in clutch for the team tonight. Let's go 3-2, one game away from the Lions now, and we're on par with the other teams here. So let's keep on stacking. I believe in Ben and Caleb, and can't wait to see how far this team goes. Finally have a run game. Also, finally got some run stops. It's just insane. Let's just keep stacking this, and man, I almost had a heart attack. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, bear down. Happy victory Monday, y'all. It's awesome.
Thank you, Isaac. Appreciate it. You guys, you think they'll build the Jake Moody's statue at the new stadium, or is it too early? All right, let's go to
Early reports that they're already starting it.
Oh, is it? They'll probably build the statue before the
I do
stadium.
have a source inside the stadium. They are saying that it's being built as we speak.
Fair enough. That makes sense. Let's thank you, Isaac. Let's go to Jerome next.
Gentlemen, it is Jerome from Darien. Oh, yes, another Bears victory. Let's go. Bear down. Bear down. It's a beautiful day. We got that monkey off our back. It's a new day in Chicago. The breaks that never, ever, ever go our way. For my whole life, I'm going to be 40 years old on the 23rd this month. And guess what? The breaks that went our way tonight never go our way. A fumble at the end to just give us the ball back. They don't get to waste any more time, punt us, put us more yards behind. I mean, Jesus Christ, gentlemen, this team have got fight. It is a beautiful thing to see. The offensive line played much better tonight. I liked what we saw. Still got to clean up some of the stupid penalties, but the referees, I felt like, were really cheating us more tonight than they were bad penalties. I am very happy with this team. It feels good to be 3-2. I can't wait to watch this team play again. This is awesome. I think everybody's feeling the same way that I am, which is, thank God we got that goddamn monkey off our back, and now we can keep this train rolling. Bear down. Y'all have a good night.
Choo choo. Thank you, Jerome. Appreciate it. Let's go to Nick next.
Boys, all I gotta say, what an absolutely great dub. It wasn't the prettiest. We missed a lot of opportunities. The refs were against us, and everything in the world pointed to us losing this game, but the culture is different. The Bears kept fighting. We found a way to win. And that's, at the end of the day, that's what championship teams do. That's what we're going to have to do if we want to keep on climbing and get into that next level. Great job by Jake Moody. nailed the kick. Great thing from Torrey Taylor, long snapper. Everybody did a great job. It's just a great Bears dub tonight, man. Enjoy it, boys. See ya.
Appreciate it, Nick. Thank you. We will
Appreciate
enjoy it.
that.
Let's get to the what's the next one we have? Oh, we got Turner.
Oh,
All right.
Our Turner, yeah.
Vicky, Dave, it's your favorite high school football coach. It's Coach Turner. Great win for the team. Offensive line looked night and day better in the running game. Was just obviously a thriller. Back-to-back culture wins for the Bears and Ben Johnson. I'm actually shocked that they have now found ways to win games that they probably shouldn't have won, and this is a different Bears team than we are used to. It's truly wonderful. I loved seeing it. Despite the mistakes, they rallied. They're picking each other up in each phase of the game. They're figuring it out. There were mistakes on all three phases, and they still made plays when it was needed. Big time W. Let's go on to the Saints. Let's get to 4-2. Let's keep this fucking thing rolling, boys.
Let's do it. Appreciate it, Turner. Yes, favorite high school coach.
yeah. Shout out to Turner, man.
Yeah, shout out to him. Yeah, he did forget Jack. That's crazy, man. You got to bring that up in the group chat.
I don't care anymore.
No, that's fine. I did want to bring. Can you bring up the Alex Hamilton comment though, real quick, Jack, that you just showed? Looks like just an update here. Thanks, Alex. Said DJ will stay overnight in DC for precautionary reasons. So I don't know what that means per se for health wise, but definitely interesting. Yeah, Turner said I will be Jack. That's hilarious. Okay, let's get to Phil next, Jack.
Let's fucking go. This is Phil, y'all. Holy fuck. All right, I had to give you guys that shit about the officials earlier, but we're back now. We got a W. Caleb Williams.
I just dropped to my knees in a Portillo's.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Fucking, we did not give up. We did not give up. We stuck with it. We fucking, man. All right, for real though. Very proud of the way that the Chicago Bears played tonight. Very proud of the resolve. Yes, everybody stepped up. And you know what? We got to give a big shout out to DeAndre Swift and Theo Benedict. Theo Benedict, man. Wow, man. What a game from that left tackle to start. Like, unbelievable job stepping in and showing out. The run game to the left was noticeably improved, like, dramatically. I've been a Braxton Jones supporter, but look, man, the proof is in the pudding, and the pudding says that fucking we ran much better tonight, and it also says that Jaden Daniels choked like he was Papa Doc in 8 Mile. Fucking, what is that, dude? What was that shit? He literally let the game slip through his hands. Like, all that shit that the Commanders fans were talking, and for what? It's the Bears. Man, I'm so excited, guys. We deserve this win. Bears Nation, you deserve this win. We also got to give a shout out to the defense. The defense played phenomenal football. Man, from start to finish, they really held it down. You got to love it. Ben Johnson, great job. And Jake Moody, unbelievable. Way to come and step up. You know, he gets that kick blocked. Did not let that stop him. Just kept on trucking. Overall, man, like, I think, am I missing anybody? Roma Dunze played a great game. DJ Moore, great game. I mean, I think I've got through everybody. I mean, we powered through the penalties, through everything. DeAndre Swift, Theo Benedict, Jake Moody, game balls. Caleb Williams, another game-winning drive because he's clutch, unlike a player that plays for the Washington Commanders that I, have already named. But, man, love it. Bear down. Fuck yeah. BFR rules. Let's go. Bear down.
You got that right. Thank you, Phil. BFR does fucking rule. We appreciate that. We need that in a shirt. Fell to my knees out of Portillo's. That was.
He's the first person to ever do that in history of the world.
I wish I was there for that. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Phil. Appreciate that voicemail. We got one up next. I'm probably gonna butcher the name. If you're in the chat, let me know. But Lemour, I'm gonna go with. Let's see.
A little bit of flavor on that, Fick.
Yeah, a little bit of sauce.
I'm
feeling saucy tonight.
Bears to the refs. Get off me, bitch.
Oh, that's it.
I love it. We got to keep that one. We got to clip that
good.
one. Get
That's
off me.
All right, let's go to Marcus next.
You know what? It was yet another ugly win, but it was still a win. And I'm honestly still in shock that we won off the leg of Jake Moody. Still can barely believe it. Caleb, you had a rough game. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Had quite a few pretty bad misses, but still made some plays. And I I would like for it to get cleaned up more, but I can't be that frustrated when it results in a W. So I don't know. I don't really have too many thoughts. I'm just really glad we won. I was like, I had resigned myself to the fact that we were going to lose once the Commanders took the lead, and so I'm just really happy. The Bears have given me some joy. What is this feeling? I've never felt it before watching this team. Also, man, it's quite funny for me. Like I personally I'm a pro union guy. I have a lot of friends in the workforce who are in unions. I like to do my best to support unions when they're on strike. Because fuck the large corporate companies who are trying to fuck over their employees. Like, that's great. I love that. All of those beliefs go out the window when football is on, dude. Unions are the worst thing to ever exist to allow refs like these tonight to keep their jobs. Yeah, no, I obviously am joking there, but seriously, those refs were garbage. Holy crap. I'm convinced at least one of them had money on this game. Like, there's no way you're making those calls and, without some kind of incentive, dude. Like, NFL, you need to investigate. That was terrible. Anyway, great game, boys. Bear down.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Marcus. Man was
Thank you.
on unions just because these refs sucked. I love it. Let's go to Jake next.
I mean, Jesus Christ, that reffing was atrocious. The refs tried to steal that game from us, and our short yardage plays were awful, to say the least, especially when we snapped the ball. We could have let it run out at the end of the third quarter. That was bad. We got to clean those up next week. But that game took years off my life, and I'm really happy for Jake Moody as a Michigan fan. It's really good to see him hit a game winner and have himself a nice game. So yeah, I can't believe we won. We never win those games, but I hope this is a new era where we actually win some close games.
2 for 2 so far. So thank you, Jake. Appreciate it. Let's go to Gio next.
Wow, what an unbelievable win by this Bears team, man. I'm still in shock. I thought we were going to lose. I didn't think Moody was going to make that field goal at all. How the fuck did he make that? Wow, that was probably the worst officiated game I've ever seen. That was unbelievable. Somehow the Bears still fought through that, won the game. I'm in shock. I'm in shock. I was so pissed off. Troy Aikman talking shit the whole game. Like, oh my God. What a win. That was a much needed win. Now we can start talking about this Bears team being real. Defense looked very good. Caleb looked good enough. Ben Johnson, fucking love him. I'm excited. This was awesome. Now we're what? Tied for second in the division now? I'm excited. Let's fucking go. Bear down.
Love it. I see a constant theme here of fuck Troy, fuck the refs, and I can't believe we won. So I love that. Thanks, everyone.
Union.
And Union. There you go. Yeah. If we get another Union one, that'd be crazy.
Yep, it's coming up.
Yeah, it's coming up. I love that. Jack, let's go to the next one. Let's go to Ben.
If this is Ben Johnson, I'll die right here.
What's going on, guys? Oh my God, you guys upped it to 5 minutes. This is awesome. Oh, okay. Sorry. So, in life, there are moments And I would say that we as people are not defined by the course or over the course of our entire lives. We are remembered for our moments and how we respond to adversity. And I'd say that's a pretty goddamn big fucking moment right there. I mean, holy shit. It feels great knowing everyone is pissed. Troy and Joe, the refs, and especially my commander's friend Jacob, if that one feels really good. Troy and Joe, literally not listenable. It's like I was listening to Taylor Swift for 3 hours. The refs, no matter how much they tried, somehow Jake Moody overcame the refs. I think that's amazing. Guy who just got cut a couple weeks ago overcomes the refs. That's amazing. I know everyone's going to say their player of the game is DeAndre Swift, who of course played fucking amazing. But my player of the game is actually going to go Theo Benedict. I think he did an amazing job. UDFA first start at left tackle being killed, blindsiding. I thought he went out there. I thought he absolutely balled. And no matter how much the refs lied to his face about that illegal formation that got called back, no matter how much they lied to him, I thought he did a great job. Speaking of DeAndre Swift, though, that man is literally Matt Forte against the Commanders. I do not know why he just turns it up as soon as he sees Washington, but I'm not going to complain. He played great. I would love to see him keep it going next week. Kyler and TJ, though, and that whole front seven, man, they need to go through the fire over this next week to get back to tip-top shape. They definitely look like guys who have not played football in like 4 weeks. That's for certain. And Caleb Williams, man, where do I even begin? My glorious, handsome king. I love you so much. That's how you push through adversity. And I think, as Ben Johnson's definitely going to say in that locker room, until your good gets better and your better gets best. I hope I did not butcher that. But hey, let's go smoke some cigars, smoke on that Commander pack, smoke on that ref pack, smoke on that overrated Troy Aikman pack. God, I fucking hate that guy. And let's pray for some more success, some more wins next Sunday. And fuck it. Bear down, baby.
Love it. Love it. Ben always with the great voicemails. Love that. Let's go to Mason next.
Sure.
Holy shit. We won that game. I can't believe it, man. Like, what? What? Like, what? Oh my god. Hey, my name's Mason, and I'm a big fan of the podcast and everything. I just started watching like last year, and man, I'm 18 years old, and I've been a Bears fan for like all my life, and I've seen every way we lose that game, bro. Like every way, like block kick, you did Hail Mary. Like I have seen every loss, but I don't think I've ever seen us win those games, man. And it just feels so good. I still can't believe it, man. I still can't believe we won that game. Like I just don't know. Like what? I'm in college. I'm supposed to be doing homework, but I'm just so like I can't. Dude, I mean, like what? We won that game. Bro, I'm at a loss for words. But you know what I can say? Is, man, fuck those refs, man. Fuck them. Like, do we have a payroll for the Washington to win the game? I don't know, bro. I just don't know, man. Like, what? Like, taking away touchdowns, and also Troy Aikman being the most negative person I think I've ever seen in my entire life, man. Like, I don't think Troy Aikman said a positive thing about Caleb Williams that entire game. This guy, like, he must not have a good performance in bed based on his negativity, man. Like, what? But you know what? Who cares? We're going next week 3-2. Ben Johnson, I will run through a wall for that man. I don't give a shit. We're playing the Saints. We're gonna win that game. And fuck it. Screw Lamar Jackson. We're winning the Ravens, but I don't give a shit. We're winning. Come on, bear down. Bear down. Let's go.
Muted.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mason. I said this kid's 18, so he's probably never seen a win like that. So he was definitely having an existential crisis. So shout out to you, though, Mason. Appreciate the voicemail.
I know his voicemails are like that. They're
just. Are they?
Yeah, I've heard. I think that's the same guy.
I think that's the same one. You're right, Mason. Let us know if you've sent voicemails in before. Okay. Let's go to Doug next as well. But thank you for the voicemail, Mason.
This is DG here in Minnesota, and I just want to apologize to DeAndre Swift and Jake Moody. Both guys represented big time tonight. And let's also say, Troy Aikman, never want you to do a Bears game again. Never has anything positive to say about Caleb. Well, guess what, Troy? Caleb led the game-winning drive. He puts the Bears in positions to win. Bear the F down.
That's right. Thank you, Doug. Or DJ, I think you said. DG, my bad. Appreciate it.
DG from Minnesota.
Yeah, thank you. DG from Minnesota. Appreciate that. Let's go to Reggie next.
What's up, guys? Reggie here again, and I just want to say, feels so good to win. Oh, that was such a beautiful win. Like, shout out DeAndre Swift. That man he was a man on a mission tonight, and he did his job 100%. Did not waver throughout the whole night. I saw a madman, and I'm not a big DeAndre Swift fan. I'm not the biggest. And I'm giving him his props, man. He was on a mission tonight. And shout out to this whole team. The refs were calling the shittiest fucking game I've ever in my fucking life witnessed. And I saw a tweet like a couple days ago, I think it was, and they said that this officiating crew has like the most penalties like thrown throughout the whole, like all of the officiating crews in the NFL. So I knew it was going to be a fucked up game, but it's like, NFL, fuck you guys for even putting them on the game. You guys fucking suck and are very, very shitty people. But anyway, shout out to this team. I told you guys after this bye they were going to hit the ground running because they know how to win ugly now. Okay, and it's fucking scary when you know how to win ugly and you believe in that fourth quarter in the 2 minute that you're going to get down the field and score points and just not even give the team another chance. Oh, it's great. That type of belief, you just can't teach it. You can't teach it. I think well, I lied. I did just lie there because this Bears team last year, it needed to be taught. And thank God we have Ben Johnson because I think actually he taught it this time. So I'll take back what I said. Ben Johnson taught the hell out of them, out of this team, and taught them how to win ugly. And now they have that belief. Now they're just about to hit the ground running. Still have a hard game coming up in about a couple weeks with the Ravens. They're going to it's probably going to be another ugly game. But I think, what we're seeing with this team, they're going to know how to duke it out and just go fucking insane. Oh my God, I love this team. Ooh, bear down.
Love it. Reggie might need some new pants. He might need some new pants the way he's started off that voice.
I think we have one more, right?
Then we got three more. We got Mark,
three
then
more?
Ricky.
Okay.
Yeah, Mark, then Ricky, then Mike. So let's go to Mark next.
Well, yeah,
wait a
quick,
second.
though.
Before you do that, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying that was his first voicemail from Mason. So shout out to him. Didn't want to wake his roommates. But yes, let's knock out these final three. Appreciate him.
Let's do it. Let's go to Mark.
Hey, this is Mark calling in for the third week in a row. Jake Moody's a legend, bro. Absolute legend. What ice in his veins on that game winner, man. Woo! 3-2. Love to see it. Caleb, that was not a good game, brother. But we'll take it. We won. Defense, man. Man, that fumble recovery to get the ball back, and then we go down there with DeAndre Swift and Caleb to drain the clock, and then we tried out Jake Moody for that legendary game winner. Man, we got our revenge from that goddamn Hail Mary last year. And this is some sweet, sweet revenge on the Commanders and Jade Daniels. Man. Let's keep it going. Bear down. The Bears. I'm out.
Thanks, Mark. Appreciate that. Let's go to Ricky next, and then we got Mike to finish it off.
Oh, where do we start? I mean, the glazing on Jaden Daniels, the Commanders, the replaying of the Hail Mary, the freaking just the most horrific officiating game, maybe even worse than the Chiefs last year. I just so blatantly, obviously in favorites of the Commanders there. I mean, I feel like at one point they, you saw that one where it was like the third down. They called it on the Commanders and they're like, oh crap, no, that's the wrong team. Flag on the Bears. Like, dude, whether that I forgot what that even flag was for, so I don't even know if it was a legitimate call or not. But dude, just it was we prevailed. The ball don't lie. I mean, that was the kind of thing. That's the kind of stuff that you need to do when you're playing against like this awful officiating. Is that you got to make these the most clean football possible to where they just can't like oppose it. And we did that. We found a way to win. The run game was absolutely fantastic this time for those once. And I feel like this is the game we needed, especially with the field conditions that we had with the rain. No fumbles out of the run game too. That was really nice to see. There were some bad reads from Caleb. He missed some like that 2-pointer with the Manung guy, the scramble to get the first down, but Rome in the backfield was wide open. I mean, maybe he just didn't see him. I mean, obviously we're seeing a little bit of the same mistakes. They're a little bit frustrating. And then Zacchaeus, that drop, man, that guy probably would have ran to the house. I mean, at least to like the 40-yard line. I mean, let's focus on the positives though. Let's focus on the positive. We needed this game. This was a statement game. Ben Johnson is really transforming this team. I think they're getting really comfortable. You could tell that they're getting more comfortable with the play calling, with the cadence, with just everything, man. The play action's looking a little bit cleaner. I know we had that miss snap with Caleb, but I mean, dude, just we needed this game really bad. I mean, this felt like at least. I mean, I know people might argue even more than the Packers game last year, but definitely at the same level of like this is just a statement game, dude. I mean, and obviously we just need it because we're so early in the season too. It's not like this was so important. I think for the entire team, for Ben Johnson, we're up 3 games in a row, and can you just imagine had we not fallen apart on opening day, we'd be 4-1 right now, guys. 4-1, just, dude. I mean, I'm so ready for the rest of the season. We got some, I want to say easy games coming up. You know, Saints like they're showing up a little bit here now, but I mean, let's just one game at a time. I'm happy for Jake Moody too. By the way, I mean that guy came in clutch. Just fantastic, dude. It was nice to see Roshan come in for like 3 plays. Like that was cool, right? So that was cool. I think, like I said, the defense was playing with their hair on fire, man. They were just getting at it. Hopefully, the refs stop trying to ruin every single freaking positive play that we make next week. So bear down, guys. We'll see you next week.
Thank you. Appreciate it,
Appreciate
Ricky.
it.
Totally forgot to talk about that. Yeah, Roshan actually played, got a carry. Probably should have got a couple more carries on those short yardage plays instead of passing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
On that 4th and 1, they should have gave it to him. Anyways.
For sure. Let's go to Mike to finish it off.
What's up, guys? I think I lost my voice. I usually take a second to do these recordings because I don't want to be screaming at the phone. I also blacked out. I think I just woke up. I don't even know. I don't even know if the kick went in. I blacked out. The second we lined up, second the ball was snapped. So much trauma, I think, just built up from this team being horrible in the past. But we won. It's a beautiful thing. Jaden Daniels, he sucks. Don't care. Caleb was always better. We knew it. The refs, investigate them now. I'm not salty about it, but Rome was the last leg of my touchdown parlay. At the end of the day, who cares? Bears won. Money doesn't matter. Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, fire them. They're always horrible. Literally always horrible. Caleb runs for the first down, and they get mad because he didn't throw the touchdown ball. And then he tries to get the touchdown ball to Rome, and they get mad because he didn't throw for the easy first down. Like, make up your mind. I don't even know why I'm mad. We won. Let's go. Bear down. Love the pod. Luther Bird needs to be returning our kicks. It's about the only gripe I have. I think I can't remember anything. I blacked out. Like, I don't know.
Love it.
Oh, is that it?
Love it. Appreciate that
Appreciate it.
voicemail. He must have blacked out again. But no, seriously, no more blacking out. The Bears won. We get to enjoy the rest of the week. And I appreciate everyone. It's just getting better. I think we got a couple more. We'll play those during our next show since those came in a little bit later. So if you want to get some more in midweek voicemails, really anytime, you can go ahead and see the voicemail line here on our YouTube page or YouTube video here on the screen, or of course on our you can see it out on the link on our BFR Twitter. So boys, anything else before we get to our shout outs?
Yeah, let's do our final ad read, and then we'll get to the shout outs and call the show. Let's do it. If I can find out where the ad read is. There we go. All right, we're going to get back to the episode real quick, but I had to take a moment to pause and tell you about something awesome that we have cooking up over here at the BFR podcast, and that is our Patreon membership. You can join our Patreon, the BFR Den, where we have a bunch of great exclusive stuff that happens monthly, like monthly giveaways, private Zoom calls, mailbag episodes, and much, much more to come. I mean, we've got tons of features in there. We've got 2 tiers. We have our top tier, which is $10 a month, our Hall of Fame tier. What comes with that, which is very exclusive, is our private Zoom calls with our members. So every month, you're going to get a private Zoom call with me, Dave, and Jack, and we just get to talk about whatever, shoot the shit, football, life. It's a wonderful time. And then if you want to go to the lower level, we have our Rookie Grizzly tier, which is $3 a month. And what that includes is like the private Discords, the monthly giveaways, the free merch, all the events if we have coming up, things like that, access to exclusive merch that's only for our Patreon members, and any other cool features. You'll get that at the $3 level tier. And then with the $10 level tier, you will get the private Zoom call as well. Now, you can join for free. We do post our monthly calendars in there, so you can kind of see what we have going on each month. And we post our episodes there as well. So if you want to join that ongoing community, which we keep building up, please do so at the BFR Den on Patreon. Also, as well, we give a shout out to all of our Patreon members every single episode that we do. So if you join, we'll make sure to show you some love on every episode as well. So again, you can join the BFR Den on Patreon at the BFR Den on Patreon. And we just love the support. You guys are great. Shout out to all our Patreon members, and let's get back to the show. Absolutely. And speaking of our Patreon members, our Grizzly members that are on the Den, we're going to give you guys a shout out now. So first off, got to give a shout out to our Hall of Fame Grizzly members, even though 2 of them are probably asleep as we speak, which is Michael from across the pond and obviously Daniel Jones, because it's like 6 a.m. for them. But we also got to shout out Gage and Philip. You guys sent in a voicemail. Appreciate that. Michael Berry Sr., Angie. I wish she would have sent a voicemail because I'm sure she's actually trending in the positive direction. Shout out to Thomas Whitty. Tito, thank you for the super chat. And Dave as well, thank you for the super chat. You guys are awesome. These are our Grizzly members from the Patreon, the BFR Den. Awesome. We really do appreciate your love and support. And let's get to the Rookie Grizzlies as well. Alex, who's all over in the chat. Appreciate you. Chris Ford, Ethan Schultz. We got Caleb and we got Jason as well. So shout out to our Rookie and our Hall of Fame Grizzly members. If you want to be dope like them and get a shout out every episode, you can also join the BFR Den on Patreon for $3, $10 a month. A bunch of great features on there like we just talked about. So shout out to y'all. We really do appreciate it. The show would be nothing without y'all. So now let's get to the regular OGs and see if there's some new face gangs in here. So if you don't mind, thank you. You're already ahead of it. So Gage, our Grizzly from the BFR Den, said hashtag OG, watch the game on my phone in the theater with the wife. I want to know what movie you're watching, but that's dedication. Love that. Definitely done that before. We got Levante here on YouTube with a hashtag OG. What's up, Levante? We got Ken XZR or 8RO with the hashtag OG, Adunze or Williams jersey. I'd probably go, there's your answer. You're going to go Williams. F. Troy Aikman, bear down. Appreciate that. Let's go from Michael from across the pond. He had to send that in earlier. Had to. Hashtag Hall of Fame, OG. Let's go Swifty. Love that. Thomas Whitty as well. Hashtag OG, bear down. Was at work, so couldn't watch. Ooh, that's tough. Just saw the highlights, man. I missed a good one. You know what, though? You probably saved yourself a year of life from not watching it, though. So you might be the winner in the end of all of this. Then we got Isaac Everett, who's hashtag OG on YouTube. Appreciate that, Isaac. Thank you for the voicemail. We got Kyler Villa Gomez on YouTube, hashtag OG. Bear down 3-2. We play the Saints next game. Let's go be 4-2. Salute to Jake Moody. Salute to Ben Johnson. Salute to Caleb. Salute to Swift. Hashtag fuck Green Bay. Love that, Kyler. Though you're a little too young for that language. Let's go to Giovanni on YouTube with hashtag OG the Bears with a huge statement win. Appreciate that. Just kidding, Kyler. It's an inside joke here. But let's go to Domain Expansion on YouTube with the hashtag OG get back. No, that get back a motherfucker. You're absolutely right, Domain Expansion. I don't want to hear any of this talk about Commanders, Bears bullshit. We got the dub. Plastic Rockets on YouTube, hashtag OG Bear Down. Let's go. Love it. Mike Claus 76 on YouTube with the hashtag OG. Montez was incredible tonight, and with everything going on in that game, I refuse to let it go unnoticed. Fair call out. He actually had a pretty good game when he wasn't getting double teamed, which seemed like a lot in this one. We got JoJo Peril. I think this is in peril. 6689 hashtag OG. Without Ben, we're probably 1-4. Ben is changing the mindset in the locker room. I don't even know if we get one win. So we've literally seen this team without Ben, and they barely got wins. We got Devin McGovern on YouTube with the hashtag OG Bear Down. Appreciate that, Devin. We got Jay, obviously Patreon Grizzly as well, with the hashtag OG. My boy Andrew's here and watched tonight for the first time and fell to his knees. Oh, so he fell to his knees in a Portillo's.
I think they both did together.
They probably did. I just want to see that. We got to have some. I need some camera evidence of that, but that's hilarious. He digs the pod. Go Bears. I love live playoffs. And also go wash your knees because I bet that floor is nasty as hell. Oh, we got a super chat in here. Domain Expansion, an OG member said, "Duh, Bears, $5 on YouTube. Appreciate it, Domain. Really do appreciate that super chat." Anything else? Is that it?
That's it.
That's it. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Appreciate all the love and support from our OGs. This is your first time. Feel free to also give a hat to the Face Gang. We'll show it on the next show. We do want to shout out to all of you awesome fans who are part of the BFR family, because this show is the number one show for the fans, by the fans, and this show would be nothing without y'all, because Dave, Jack, and I, we're falling to our knees out of Portillo's too if we were watching it there, right? Dave is full body frontal straight down, just like hands up in the air. But no, for real, we appreciate all of you guys supporting the number one show for the fans, by the fans, and being part of the BFR family. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Good stuff, Vic. Yeah, not much more to say. I'm excited to watch the tape, and the support's been unreal. We're over 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. So if you can hit that like button, keep on pushing it out there. Really, really awesome win. 3-2 Bears. A lot of winnable games coming up too. So super stoked. Anything else? Are we good?
I think that's it.
Bear the fuck down, man.
Bear the fuck down. 3-2, baby. Enjoy your Tuesday victory this time.
Absolutely. We'll be back later in the week to go ahead and just kind of do a final recap, and then of course our preview for next week. So again, appreciate the support. We'll be back soon. Enjoy this one. Bear down.
Peace.